What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Hope each of you are well and blessed. You see the title, Three Mistakes That Parents Could Be Making with Your Child, that if you address this, it's going to make all the difference in the world for your child. The first one is the type of breakfast that your child is eating before they go to school. Every child needs a good form of protein, if it's animal-based protein or if it's plant-based protein. Children need smaller amounts of carbohydrates. They don't need pancakes, French toast. They do not need simple sugars and simple types of carbohydrates like jams and jellies. They don't need Pop-Tarts. They don't need cereals. They don't need oatmeal infused fruit types of breakfast. The aforementioned things are the types of things that are going to spike blood sugar. When a child's blood sugar is spiked, they're not going to pay attention. They're going to be more disruptive, and you're going to see more overdiagnosis of ADHD. A lot of those types of diagnoses are connected to nutrition. When was the last time you saw a child who was diagnosed of having ADHD, but their nutritional profile was not assessed? A lot of times the hyperactivity, the inability to concentrate, the behavioral issues are so connected to blood sugar. And it's a simple fix by feeding your child the right type of breakfast. A good solid form of real protein, smaller amounts of carbohydrates, and healthy fats. That'll make all the difference in the world. When we as adults have imbalanced or unbalanced blood sugar, we tend to overstimulate ourselves through caffeine. This is one of the major reasons why so many people are addicted to caffeine, because when you eat all the stuff in the morning before work that you shouldn't, and your energy level, you begin to slump, the midday slump, the afternoon slump, you go to that coffee, you go to that Coke. What you're doing is you are using caffeine to bring you out of the blood sugar decline, whereby a healthy person who's eating correctly has stabilized blood sugar through the entire day. So that's the first thing. Good form of protein, smaller amounts of carbohydrates, healthy fats. 2, your child needs to be hydrated through H2O. That's it. No orange juice, no apple juice, no Gatorade. Your child does not need that, because all the child is going to do is spike insulin. All the child is going to do is going to have unhealthy levels of blood sugar. You don't need that. All the child needs is water. No child who has ever lived, will ever live, needs any form of juice. Okay? The Capri Suns, the apple juice, the Cokes. It is the most nefarious thing for a child, because we send our children to school to learn and to improve upon themselves. But when a child's blood sugar is not taken into consideration, learning becomes something that is next to impossible. When blood sugar is stabilized, and when parents are educated to where their children can eat properly, you're going to see a lower level of ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. You're going to see that. A lot of the hyperactivity, a lot of the inability to concentrate, a lot of the behavioral issues in school is connected to poor nutrition. But here in the West, when a child is diagnosed as having those types of issues, the child's nutrition is never assessed. That should be criminal, because a child's nutrition has everything to do with how they behave, how they learn, and their ability to concentrate. Okay? Lastly, what every parent needs to know, you need to be engaged in terms of what the school is serving your child. When our children go to school and they're at that school, most of those food programs are going to be done to address certain nutritional expectations. But the nutritional expectations of the school system is based upon the same food pyramid that we've been taught as children that is creating diabetes and hypertension. What am I saying? The school systems are not equipped nutritionally to tell our children what to eat. We have to get this information in order to know what our children need to eat. Because in most school systems, the type of nutrition is inadequate for human consumption. And you can't blame the school systems because a lot of the physicians aren't learning this in medical school and aren't teaching this. All right. We have to revolutionize the entire subject matter of nutrition, and it starts with parents. Stay tuned, stay connected, because we have something very, very exciting that's coming up. If this type of information is something that you are enjoying, if you are a parent that's out there that desires to talk more about this, stay in tune, because more conversations that's going to empower you are just ahead. All right. Until next time, be well, be blessed. We'll see you on the next one. Salute.